The night began with laughter, music, and the faint smell of expensive wine. My husband, Daniel, and I were hosting a small dinner party for friends and a few of my coworkers. The mood was light, the food was good, and the conversation had that electric rhythm of half-jokes and half-truths that always float around a dinner table. I was tipsy enough to feel bold, maybe too bold. When someone asked how long we'd been married, I grinned, rolled my eyes, and said 7 years. So, I guess it's time for an upgrade. Maybe a newer model husband. The table burst into laughter. Everyone except Daniel. I didn't notice his silence right away. I was too busy enjoying the attention, the playful gasps, the teasing remarks from friends. "Careful," Daniel, one of them joked. "You might get traded in." I smirked and added, "Well, maybe I'll find one that actually listens." More laughter. But Daniel's smile was gone. He just stared at his plate, his jaw tight, eyes dark and unreadable. I thought he was being dramatic, sensitive even. It was just a joke, right? Married couples tease each other all the time. I brushed it off, thinking he'd forget about it by morning. I couldn't have been more wrong. Dinner went on, and the mood started to shift. The laughter felt thinner, forced. Every time I cracked another joke, Daniel just looked at me with that same unsettling calm. Finally, as dessert was served, one of my coworkers, trying to lighten the air, said, "So, Daniel, you gonna let her trade you in like that?" The table chuckled nervously. He set down his fork slowly, looked up, and smiled, but it wasn't warm. "No," he said quietly. "I don't think she'll have to." The room stilled. I felt the first flicker of unease. "What's that supposed to mean?" I asked, trying to sound playful. He leaned back in his chair, his voice calm but cold. "I mean, if she wants a new husband, she won't need to look far. She's already been spending plenty of time with Mark from accounting." The laughter died instantly. My heart stopped. I stared at him, eyes wide, pulse thudding in my ears. "Daniel," I began, but he wasn't done. "Yeah," he continued evenly. "I've seen the texts, the late-night messages, the meetings that don't show up on your calendar, so maybe the joke's on me for thinking I still had a wife." The room went completely silent. My coworkers exchanged uneasy glances, and someone awkwardly set down their wine glass. I could feel heat flooding my face, panic clawing at my chest. "Daniel, please," I whispered. But he only looked at me, that terrifying mix of heartbreak and fury hidden behind composure. "You want to make a joke," he said, voice steady. "I just figured I'd finish it for you." His words sliced through the air like ice. No one moved. The only sound was the ticking of the clock on the wall. I tried to speak to explain, but my voice cracked. "It wasn't like that." He cut me off with a faint, bitter smile. "You're right," he said softly. "It's never like that until it is." My hands trembled. My coworkers looked anywhere but at me. I wanted to disappear, to rewind time, to erase the smug grin I'd worn just 15 minutes earlier. The humiliation wasn't just public. It was surgical. He'd chosen his words like blades, and each one landed where it hurt the most. After a long, unbearable silence, Daniel stood. He straightened his jacket, placed his napkin on the table, and looked at me one last time. "You always wanted the last word, Emma," he said, his voice low but steady. "Now you have it." Then he turned and walked out the door, leaving behind a table full of people too stunned to speak. I sat there frozen, my pulse racing, my throat dry, my stupid laughter echoing in my mind like a cruel ghost. No one said anything for what felt like an eternity. Finally, one of my friends whispered, "Emma, was he serious?" I didn't answer. I couldn't. The shame was suffocating. The words I'd once used so casually had come back like a mirror, showing me who I'd become: cruel, careless, and disconnected from the man who once adored me. I realized, sitting there in that suffocating silence, that I hadn't just lost his respect. I'd lost him. When I got home that night, the house was half empty. His side of the closet was bare. A note lay on the kitchen counter. Just 3 words. "Enjoy the upgrade." That's when I finally broke. I sank to the floor, shaking, the weight of what I'd done crushing me. My jokes had always been my armor, my way of feeling powerful. But now, stripped of everything, I saw the truth. They'd only hidden my fear, my arrogance, my neglect. And the man I'd mocked was gone for good. It's been months since that night. I see him sometimes from afar, living lighter, freer, like the pain I caused no longer chains him. I smile bitterly every time someone says it was just a joke, because I know better now. Some jokes are really confessions, and once spoken, they can't be taken back. The night I tried to be funny, I didn't just lose a laugh. I lost the one person who truly loved me, and the silence he left behind was louder than any punchline I could ever have. What did you think of this story? Let us know your thoughts on this video in the comments below. And if you enjoy our content, please subscribe to the Echo Tales channel for more stories like this one.